I never saw myself as someone who would be faced with any type of health issues or illnesses, especially when it came to my heart. Exercised, ate right, in a fairly great condition at the time.
13 times as many women die of cardiovascular disease than of breast cancer. Heart disease is the leading cause of death for African American and white women in the United States. Yet even experts have misconceptions about who is impacted by cardiovascular disease.
When I was at medical school, we were taught that cardiovascular disease was mainly a condition affecting men. Yet going into clinical practice, I saw something that was very different. There are many women developing cardiovascular disease and presenting fairly late to the system.
In 2012, started having some heart palpitations while I was running on the treadmill. Never felt anything like that before. Contacted my nurse practitioner and let her know what was going on. For the next 9 years, I was in and out of the emergency room, complaining about the same issues, going back and forth and going back and forth, symptom after symptom, a heart attack, a TIA, and still not having a doctor to know something is going on, more questions should be asked, more tests should be done, and none of that was done. It took a stroke and near death to find that. I just felt like the healthcare system had failed me.
The impact of that delayed diagnosis is very serious. This is a very important issue in cardiovascular disease because we do know there are gender differences. I would even go so far as to say that there's almost a discrimination when it comes to how women are treated versus men. We know that in women, cardiovascular disease presents differently. So there is a huge piece of awareness and education here.
There are huge inequalities that need to be addressed. Unless we address those inequalities, we will not be able to achieve equitable treatment, equitable prevention, and equitable outcomes.
I'm not ashamed that this happened to me. Heart disease can happen at any age, anywhere, anytime. Our children, our grandparents, our sisters, our cousins, everyone should be educated on heart disease. Everybody should know the symptoms. Just like you get your mammogram every year, I now get my LDLs checked every 6 months. I go to my cardiologist every 6 months. You are the CEO of your life.
Today, 275 million women suffer from cardiovascular disease, but they shouldn't have to. By recognizing biases and inequalities in care, we can tackle this disease for everyone.